Today I want to have a little discussion about Pink Floyd live at Pompeii. Hi there guys, welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time. It's been a few days since the announcement was made regarding Pink Floyd re-releasing Live at Pompeii on DVD and CD and Blu-ray, and they're also doing a theatrical release of the remastered film at IMAX cinemas, which I think will look pretty stunning. But what I want to talk to you about today is the vinyl release. Now, a while back last year, I did a What Do Us Pink Floyd Fans Want video, and one of the wants that I said was a Live at Pompeii vinyl release of the audio. Now, I did that off the back of what was presented in the early years box. In the early years box, they had a remastered audio CD of Live at Pompeii that had been remastered and redone, remixed by James Guthrie. I happen to think that the remastering job on that was excellent. Some people didn't like it. I thought it was great. Especially the drums. The drums were really brought to the fore on that remix, and I just felt that it brought it all alive, especially when listening on headphones or earphones. Tracks like One of These Days on that early years audio of Live at Pompeii, I think is on another level, and it really does help present the material. The other good thing about that is that they joined together the two halves of Echoes, which is different to what was presented on the movie. Now, there's two things I want to discuss in this video, and that is the remastering, or remix and remastering of the 2025 release, and also whether they should or shouldn't have joined Echoes together on the vinyl and CD release. First of all, let's deal with the elephant in the room, and that is Steven Wilson. This remix, remaster, whatever you want to call it, has been done by none other than Steven Wilson. Now, I haven't heard everything he's done. I have 2 or 3 LPs that he has redone. I've done videos on them on my channel. If you want to search for them, just do a search for Thick as a Brick or Wet Dream and you will find them. I won't pull any punches. I was quite disappointed with what he did with Thick as a Brick. I think it was not as good as it could have been. But the biggest issue I had was with Rick Wright's Wet Dream album. In that review, I said that the packaging and everything was absolutely beautiful, but the remix job that he did on it was absolutely appalling, and it sucked the life out of that album, and it ruined it for me. Also, when you put it on an audio spectrograph, you can see that it was absolutely compressed to within an inch of its life. Now, okay, not as bad as Now and Then by the Beatles, but it was certainly really heavily compressed and just made everything as loud as everything else. Rick Wright's vocals are way back in the mix now. There's guitars that were once there and now lost in the mix. And it's just a shoddy remix, if you want my honest opinion. I didn't like it at all. So that brings us on to Live at Pompeii. What are my hopes for Live at Pompeii with Steven Wilson doing it? well, they're not very high, if I'm being honest with you. His record with Pink Floyd hasn't been stellar with Wet Dream. Up to now, it's been James Guthrie. I think James Guthrie done an absolutely brilliant job on the Animals album. I think he done a great job on Live at Pompeii for the early years box. I cannot understand why they've gone to Stephen Wilson to remix Pompei. I really don't understand it. I don't understand their logic. Unless they felt Guthrie had already done it and they didn't like the job that he did. For me, that was excellent. Echoes in one piece works. Now, I was on Facebook the other day on a Pink Floyd group, and some people on there were saying, but having Echoes split is as it's presented in the film. Yeah, and it works on film. This is my opinion, it works on film. But when you're listening to it on a record, it doesn't work splitting those up. They're one piece. They shouldn't be split up. But it works somehow on film because they're bookending the film. You know, but on vinyl and CD, I think it's a mistake. They've actually split it. The track listing is similar to the early years box. They're including, from what I can see, they're including the alternate version of Careful What Axe Eugene. And I think on the CD version, they're also including some other tracks as well. Source for the Secrets rings a bell, I think. Let me just get the blurb up. Yeah, on the CD version, you're going to get the audio presented as it was in the film. So at the beginning, you're going to get Pompei intro, then you're going to get Echoes Part 1, Care for the Axe Eugene, A Source for the Secrets, One of These Days, Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun, Mademoiselle Knobs, and Echoes Part 2. On CD 2, you're going to get Care for the Axe Eugene, Alternate Take, and A Source for the Secrets, unedited. So it's not really filling me with a lot of enthusiasm. Am I going to buy the CD? No, I'm going to buy it on vinyl. I will be getting the Blu-ray. I won't be getting the DVD, I'll get the Blu-ray. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this Live at Pompeii? Do you think they should have used the early years box mix of it? Or do you welcome the Stephen Wilson treatment? And are you expecting a high quality from Stephen this time, or are you a bit sceptical like me? I'm still going to buy it. I have pre-ordered it, you know, because I've been after a vinyl version of an official vinyl version of Pompei for a long time. They're doing it, but maybe I don't think they're doing it right. But the proof is in the pudding. Let's wait until it comes out. Release date is in May, I believe. Can't remember the date, but it's in May. And we'll see. And with that, I shall see you in the next one. Cheers, bye-bye.